Hello and welcome to Westcountry Wanderings. Welcome to one of my railway series. Today, I'm in a waiting room at a railway station, an important railway junction here in the West Country. The station is of course Westbury in the county of Wiltshire. I'm making my way down to Weymouth in Dorset today and I have a little bit of time to wait for my train down to there. I'd show you around this station and show you a little bit about its history as well. It has an interesting history and a very unusual layout which has changed over the years. There's lots to see, not least of which it has a great coffee shop. Serves excellent coffee. I can highly recommend it. I think it won an award back in 2009. Anyway, let's go out of the waiting room and have a look around the rest of the station and see what it can offer. Now in the waiting room here you have these excellent murals done by local artist Samuel Linder, who lives in nearby Trowbridge. They're very, very bright and colourful. There's one here and one over there, and they depict women in rail. And the reason that's important because historically the railway industry has been thought of as being very male dominated. However, that's changing and it's changing fast. And the murals are to depict how fast that's changing and to highlight the importance of women working in the rail industry. Particularly, of course, we have the older GWR IET depicted there, and lots of some of the stations and some of the other aspects of this part of Wiltshire here in what is known as the White Horse Vale. Now, just to give you a little bit of background about the station here, opened on the 5th September 1848. It was literally a branch line from the town of Chippenham, an important town, of course, in Wiltshire, and one we've covered previously. Of course, it sits right on the Wilson-Berks Canal. We're doing something on the Wilson-Berks Canal soon. So that was all it was. It was just a station to serve that branch line out from Chippenham. However, there was another line added, and that was in 1850 to the Somerset town of Frome, again somewhere where I've been previously. That was added to again in 1856 by a line going down towards Salisbury. In fact, this morning I got off a train which went from Gloucester right through to Southampton Central, stopping off here at Westbury and then on down to Southampton via Salisbury. So you had the make of that. It all changed and became a lot more important around 1900 because in 1900 the Great Western Railway built their new line between the southwest of England and London Paddington. And that line effectively was between the town of Taunton in Somerset and Reading in Berkshire, going right through here in Westbury. At that time, the station then became completely remodelled until pretty much the format it is today, although it has changed a bit with signalling, that sort of thing. So the layout that you have here is effectively two island platforms, although one of the platform faces is no longer in use. I'll talk about that in a bit. So you have an island platform over here with two platforms on here, and you have this one here which is on platform 1. So that's platform 1 here. I'm going to say this platform here isn't currently in use. Now actually there is a railway line there, not on platform facing, but it's for the freight trains. Again, more about that in a moment. It's a very, very busy junction. The sort of places that are served here, well, you actually have lines to London in two separate London termini, both to London Paddington because of the Taunton Reading line, and also to London Waterloo, served by South Western Railway. It's an important place, so you can catch trains here to Exeter, Penzance, Paignton, and of course London, either via Paddington and Waterloo. You can also catch trains, as I said, down to Southampton, into Frome in Somerset, and across to Bristol and up to Gloucester and Worcester. So yeah, lots of different places from here, as well as where I'm heading to today, Weymouth. The front of the station is actually down there, so you have to go down those steps you saw when I was panning across from that freight train. So we'll see if we can have a look at that in a bit if I've got time. So yeah, go down the steps there and it goes underneath this, which is one of the freight lines that pass through the station here. Why freight trains? Well, near here are two quarries, both in the Mendips. One's called Muirhead, the other one's called Whatley or Waitley. I'm never sure the exact pronunciation of that one. And they pass through regular trains carrying limestone from the quarries through here, this important junction here at Westbury. As I say, it's great for facilities. You have a waiting room on this island platform, which is platform number 1. Originally had a platform here too, which served the line down to Salisbury, but then that was taken out, I think, in the 1970s when there was a lot of re-signalling in the area. Talking of re-signalling, there is a large signal box just to the north of the station here. There's also a depot for DB Shankner for all those freight trains which are in the marshalling yard just to the south of the station here to cover the needs of both those quarries, and it gets very busy with those freight trains as well. So it's a bit of a train spotter's delight in terms of that. So you have lots that appear there, but I think I'm quite early at the moment because it's not even 7 o'clock in the morning as I wait for my train towards Weymouth. It's very well maintained here. So here we have the header board here. Welcome to Westbury. As you can see, it's managed by Great Western Railway, of course, also South Western Railway train service heading to London Waterloo. Lovely flower displays as well, so that with the waiting rooms and a great coffee shop, really well maintained, very clean, makes it a perfect place to change trains. In terms of passenger users, I think it's just over 500,000 people use it every year, so not very busy, but quite a few. But added to that is about another 250,000 people that change trains here. They don't actually leave, and often when I've come to Westbury, it's not actually to go to Westbury, it's to change a train to go to another place in the Westcountry. So this is the entrance to Westbury Station here. So as I say, it's a handsome red bricked frontage, and you go through there, and then the underpass and up to whichever the island platforms you need to catch your train to London or other parts of the West Country. So it's a great location, and as I say, it has quite a large car park here. And just over here we have this, which is really good to see. Just show you this. Come round here. So this here is the entrance to the train crew depot, so that's where all the train crew are based there. And as I say, you have lots of flowers based around here as well, including this really good display here. Now we're going to head up to the second of the island platforms, which serves platforms 2 and 3. In fact, it's platform 2 where my train to Weymouth will be leaving from today. In case you're wondering what the hoses are for here, it's not for watering the flower beds, although they could use it for that. It's actually for cleaning the windscreens on the trains, because the train crew swap over here at Westbury often, so they're based back there. They use that. They do have wipers on the trains, but often they're quite ineffective. So if you see a train driver using that and cleaning their windows, that's what it's for. I've seen them at Weymouth Station as well. That, by the way, was a train leaving towards London Waterloo, one of the grey painted, I can't remember the class number now, South Western Railway. So I'm coming to the end of the island platform here, platforms 2 and 3. And at the far end of here, well, you've got lots of activity down in the marshalling yards where those quarry trains are. Excuse me if there's lots of drops over the camera lens. It is raining, unfortunately, at the moment. I do hope it's going to be stopping by the time I get to Weymouth. And that there is the freight train crew depot for DB Schenkner, the Westbury train crew depot, which is at the other end of the station to the GWR one. Yes, it is a little bit murky today, but that's down into the marshalling yard, you can see. Lots of wagons there, red end of it flashing there to mark the end of it. And train crews in that Colas rail freight loco there as well as more down that side and more all over there. Lots of rail activity. Well, it's still rather wet on this Wednesday morning here in Westbury. All those W's there. I'm going to say goodbye today, close this video off in one of my railway series as I make my way down to Weymouth in Dorset. That's 4 W's for you. It's a wonderful station here. I think there's a train just about whizzing through that's not stopping here at the moment. It's probably a freight one that's passing through, I guess. But it is the most wonderful place to come. If you just have to wait here for 30 minutes changing a train, have a look around and wander around. Don't forget to go outside and look back at that magnificent station frontage, as well as all the other oddities that Westbury Station has to offer. Anyway, that's it for today here on West Country Wanderings. I'll see you on the next one soon. All the best for now. Take care of yourselves. Bye bye.